Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. All right, Pat, I'm going to need your expertise on this one. Ja threw a grenade at the crowd the other night. He can't do that anymore. He can't do. Pat, if you was in the locker room with Ja, what would you sit down and talk to the young brother? What would you tell him?
I wouldn't try to, right? Because I was in the locker room with Anthony Edwards too, right? So my job in the locker room is, man, look, I ain't here trying to be your daddy, but I'm gonna try to be a brother. You feel me? You know these folks on you, right? You hot right now. You just got out. You just got out.
Yeah, you got to check in every so often.
Stay off that corner. Them folks, they looking for you.
Yeah.
Calm down. Tread lightly. Just do that for about 6 months. Them folks go give you everything you want. You can keep it moving. Oh, not him. Mm-mm.
I mean, and a lot of times, Pat, we hear people that's not in that position, let that man be him. Let that man live his life. Well, that's why you're not in that position. Because I don't care what anybody says, there are certain things that you have to do, no matter who you are or how big you are. It is what it is.
My thing is, I hope it's not going to be a lingering thing. That's my thing. I hope it don't get to a point where we told you so. You feel
right.
They did it to Allen Iverson. Right? They did it to Allen Iverson. You talking about a trendsetter. Yep. You talking about somebody who literally changed the game. Yeah. They got right out of there. Not because of no guns and no AI wasn't even doing that. They got him out of there because of I practice. Do you practice? They made a big thing and got him out of there. So that's my fear and everything, right? You don't want to get to a point where you're such a big distraction that it's a negative connotation that comes to you and around that organization, you know. So you just don't want especially his age, and especially what's going around now. Right. Especially what's going around now. Especially what's going around in Memphis and in these inner cities who need that face. They need Ja, right?
Yeah.
That because he's their coach, right? So if he can turn that light, right, and just turn it the other way, right? And I ain't telling you to go out there and pray to the gods and do all that. I'm telling you to be yourself, be a basketball player, be swaggy, do your dance. Right. My son do the gritty. So they taking some type of positive from it. My thing is let's just use that big old light, that big old platform you got, John. Let's just use it in another way. That's all.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How surprised would you be if Memphis moved Ja in the offseason?
That's the next. I mean, that's. I wouldn't say that's going to happen now, but that's usually the next steps. You see a coach leave, right? Anytime we're in the locker room, we see a coach get fired. Players get to looking around. And somebody next, man. Then it becomes player.
I mean, listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I have my sources in the NBA. I'm not gonna disclose those sources because they probably wouldn't tell me anything else at this point. And Pat and Unc, I could tell you. I can see Ja coming down here to Miami. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you who told me, and I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. So if it does happen to happen, later on in the future, just know you heard it from me first. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if y'all got anything that they want. Y'all gonna trade them Bam? Y'all gonna trade them Tyler Hero? Because that's the only pieces that y'all got. They're not gonna give you y'all best player. You got to give them something comparable.
Right.
Ocho.
I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm just telling you what I know. That's it.
Because the reports are Nico Harrison. He reached out to Minnesota. Ant-Man, is he available?
Absolutely not.
He reached out to Milwaukee. Is Giannis available?
Absolutely not.
Nope. So,
yeah.
But at that point in time, he's like, hold on. We're probably doing too much calling around. This is going to get out. So now, Pat Bev, we got to hone in. Okay, our next move got to be our best move.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he called L.A. Rob. Hey, man, how you doing? Yeah, man, I'm good. What you think? You think we can get Anthony Davis off you for a Luka?
No. The language was different. The language had to be like this. Hey, ring. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, Pat, what's going on?
Hey,
man? How
I'm
you
good.
doing?
Check it out. I got something for you. I'm about to give you a Ferrari. You give me back a bag of potatoes.
Come on, Pat.
Matter of fact,
you could at least say
matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie to you. A bag of potatoes with a hole in the bottom because you giving me damaged goods.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Damn, Pat. At least you could have said a
man, you giving
Pat.
me damaged goods, man. I got my goods. I couldn't even eat my goods. I can't play my goods. I can't cook my goods. My goods ain't available.
Right. Damn.
But I see you in LA, you driving Ferrari, Unc. You doing me like this.
Top down, yeah.
Now they looking at me crazy, talking about fire me. No. We ain't gonna do that. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. Not here. Mm-mm.
But you know what? Because here's the thing. There are certain people you don't even call and ask about. You're not even calling Boston asking about Jason Tatum. You're not even... there are certain... there are certain people you won't even call. So the mere fact, Rob probably said, hold on. You would really consider trading Luka? Because Rob is thinking like, hold on. You're not calling Golden State about no Steph. You're not calling OKC about
Shea.
They're
not answering the phone. They're not.
You're not calling Denver about Yoke. There's some things you don't even pick up the phone and call. There's some things, like when we were growing up, you wouldn't ask your mom, dad, or grandma. I wouldn't even bother because I already know
answer no.
Feels.
Every time. Listen, hey, you getting ready to go in the store with your mama? Matter of fact, she tell you before you even get out of the car, when we get in here,
don't you ask for nothing.
You ask for nothing.
Don't ask for nothing, and you better not push that buggy up on my damn heels either.
For real. I mean, that was a game thing.
Hey, Ocho, we pushing the buggy, and all of a sudden they stop, and you're not paying attention. Boy, I did not tell you.
You hit that lower calf, that Achilles.
Yeah. Matter of fact, hold on. My grandma, listen, I never forget. You know about Zares? You ever heard of Zares before? Oh, yeah. Man. Pat, I done ran into my grandma, into Achilles, not paying attention, pushing the buggy, and she done stopped abruptly in front of me, and I had no idea. Ran into the back of her, and she didn't even look back at me. She just cool swing without even looking back, because she knew exactly where I was at.
Upside the head.
Right upside the head. Boy, that's memories right there, boy.
Yeah, you can't ask for nothing. Like, don't ask for nothing. We going here, so forth, so on.
Mm-hmm.
You recently made some critical comments about the Sixers wasting opportunities. If you were the GM of the Sixers, you got max contract Joel Embiid, max contract Paul George, max contract Tyrese Maxey. You're the GM. Pat Bev is the GM of the Sixers. What are you doing this
offseason? It'll be tough. It'll be tough for me, again, because now I have damaged goods. All those players you named, they ended the season hurt, right? So now I'm doing a deal with a team. It'll be tough for me to even get that off. They didn't play well, they underperformed, and they hurt. So yeah, I'm giving you, Unc, that red Ferrari. It ain't a red Ferrari no more. It got a little dents in them. The little paint is chipped a little bit. The muffler hanging back on the loose. It ain't the red Ferrari no more. I don't think you want to drive it. I ain't gonna lie, Unc. I don't think you want what I got to give you. Right. Now we got to overload. We got to add some first rounds. We got to add some second rounds. I think they put themselves in a position to either be really good or to be really bad.
Well, I mean, when you got the contract, Joel Embiid, you got 3 years coming at $193 million. You got Paul George, he's gonna pick up that fifth year option.
Duh.
He's gonna pick that up. So basically you got Paul George for another 4 years, excess of $200 million. Tyrese Maxey, I think Tyrese Maxey he's going to be an all-star. He's phenomenal. But I just don't know what you're going to do with Joel Embiid with his injury history, with his age. and that contract. Paul George, his injury history as of late, his age, and that contract. What could you possibly do?
You know what? You gotta let it play out one more year, right? And then, like we said, with anything with basketball, the first person to go on ain't the player, it's the coach. Right? And I played for Philly. I played for that beautiful city, Unc. I played for Nick Nurse, right? I played with Joel. I know how nice he is. I played with Tyrese Maxey when he got most improved that year. I know how good he is. But you go feel a lot of pressure from that city. Y'all know Philly. Philly a different city when it comes to sports. When it comes to sports, Philly take they sports they go to sleep with it. They go to sleep with their sports. They drink coffee mugs. They got Phillies cup. They sleep, they wake up with their sports. If you don't do something fast with that, no matter what it is, and don't do the wrong thing, and the wrong thing is get rid of Joel. You get rid of Joel and this don't go right, you talk about losing for a lot of years.
Right.
But if you get the right doctors in, you get the right medical staff, and you get the right locker room pieces around them, that maybe you guys don't feel hurt. You feel me? Yeah, maybe you guys, Unc, I ain't gonna lie. If you got 10 games to go, right, and you need to win 7 of them to make it to the playoffs, that knee that was hurting, it don't feel that bad today.
Right.
But if you got 10 games to go and you got to win 11 of them, yeah, I'm cool. I don't want to play tonight.
Right.
It's just different, right? They need a coach. They need a coach. Anything with that involves winning, regardless if it's a company, it's a football team, it's a basketball team, it's a karate unit with 10-year-olds. You need culture. You need culture. In order to be good at anything, you need the right culture. And this year they didn't have it.
Pat, I look at Ocho and we had a discussion, and I said I looked at it like this. Joel Embiid ended the season. He played in the postseason, but basically he was on one leg. Why not have the surgery on the leg or rest the leg if surgery wasn't required? Why go to the Olympics? And I understand the Olympics, America has done so much for Joel Embiid and his family. It's made him rich, but wild is beyond his dreams. But he had a talent. He parlayed that. I don't get going to play for the Olympics. And if I'm the Sixers, I'm not going to allow Joel to play because I got $200-300 million tied up in you, and you spent the majority of the season injured. Do you think he should have played in the Olympics? If you're Josh Harris and you own the Sixers, are you allowing your injured player who injured the season, the last part of the season and in the postseason was injured, are you going to allow him to play, or are you going to say you need to have surgery or you need to rest to make sure you're healthy for the 76ers?
So throughout that whole year, they knew that the team came up short the year before. So being around the NBA at that time, you heard a little chatter, right? You hear a little chatter. Damn, Joel playing? Damn, KD playing? Damn, Kawhi, you playing? Steph Curry playing? LeBron said he playing? AD, you playing? Like you start hearing about it. And now it became not everybody playing. All the top dogs playing, right? You didn't want to miss a seat on that bus because what they did, they go down in history, right? They go down in history. So with that, what the states have done, in his defense, in his mind, he was like, Pat, like, feel me? Like, man, like, my son was born here. Feel me? Like, my son was born here. I'm putting on for the little homie. Right? You can't go against that, huh? Right? I'm putting on for my son. So, like, I thought what he did, the decision he made, I thought it was a fantastic decision. Right? I thought him coming up, winning gold, I thought he was going to take that momentum and go back to Philly because in the Olympics, he seemed in great condition. He seemed in elite condition. He didn't seem like, like he was dragging or anything. He looked really good. He was probably one of the main reason he hit the mid-range shot when U.S. couldn't score right there on the right wing over Jokic against us. Serbia. Yeah. He hit that shot. That was a big shot. People don't understand. That was probably one of the biggest shots because USA couldn't score. He hit that shot. They go on. Steph Curry do his thing. LeBron do his thing, but they win the game. Like, they brung home the gold. I can never fault a person who put on for his country and brought us back gold, Unc.
No, but if you Josh Harris and you got $300 million tied up in him, you can fault him.
Yeah. If you Josh Harris, you're looking at it from a whole different beast, Unc.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're looking at it from a business point. Yeah, I hear you. I hear that. I hear you. But yeah, we gonna need gold in Philly too. So yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I ain't Josh Harris. I'm glad I. That's a hard job to have. That's a hard job to have.
Because you shelling out money. Because here's the thing, and you had what's the GM in Philly? You had him in Houston.
You talking about the GM? I walk on the bus, Unc. I say, "Hey, Darren Moore, you trading me?" No, Pat, I ain't trading you, Unc. I was traded 3 days later.
Damn.
And you know me, I'm 12 years in, so and I know him. He came and got me. You feel me? He came and got me in Europe, so he brought me to the Rockets. He gave me my first contract. So it's my mama know him. You know, so it's different.
So you really can't even be mad, even though he traded. You can't be mad.
That's my man. Yeah, it ain't personal, it's business. But yeah, I got on the bus, Unc. I got right on the bus. Hey, Darryl, what's going on, man? I see you on a lot of away games lately, man. I know Trey about to go down. I'm getting traded. Oh no, Pat, you cool? Yeah, Unc. Yeah, Pat, you going to Milwaukee? All right, cool. Thank you. I know the business of it. You feel me?
Dirty game. Man.
But if this thing don't work out, because he extended Joel Embiid when he didn't have to, it's easy to give somebody else money away, Pat, as opposed to spend your own. Josh Harris looking like, hold on. You brought in Paul George, gave him basically a 5-year deal when it seemed like the Clippers was only willing to go to 3. You signed Joel Embiid when he had 2 years still left on his deal, and you gave him a 3-year extension at a 193.
Yeah. You gave Nick Nurse the bag. Don't forget about that.
Yeah. It better work out,
Tyrese Maxey the bag.
Yeah. So you got 3 guys basically on a max contract.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I think this is years out. I don't think this is something that can just turn around instantly. I think they got to fix what's in the locker room, right? If it's a star player, if it's a superstar player, if it's the kid who you draft, or if it's the role player who waving towels, you got to get that. You got to get that culture together. And once you get that together, you can kind of navigate your way through basketball games. That's the easy part. But they got to fix that locker room. They got to fix the culture that organization back. They got to get it back.